Eva, get up. Why the heck are you mumbling shit? Clara's voice echoed through the soft murmur of the room. Clara sighed in defeat as she shook Eva again, and Eva, who was sweating badly, finally woke up with a snap. Eva was drenched in sweat, her chest moving up and down as she struggled to breathe. Clara instantly grabbed the glass of water from the bedside table and held it in front of her mouth. Eva took it with shaking hands and took a small sip. Are you alright now? Clara asked, concern clear in her voice. Eva nodded in affirmation as she placed her head on her forehead, still trying to process what had just happened. Clara, I saw a demon. A freaking demon. Oh my god, Eva exclaimed. Clara sat beside her, looking at her with confusion. It was just a dream, Eva. No, it wasn't. It felt real. Too real. Clara, I didn't know how to explain it. It's okay. Eva, calm down and get ready fast. You're getting late for the cafe. It's already 9 a.m. Clara said softly, placing a reassuring hand on Eva's shoulder. Eva nodded and sighed deeply. Clara got up and made her way to get ready for her first day at the office. Eva tried to shake off the dream that had felt far too realistic and decided to get ready as well. Eva went to the cafe, but the dream she was trying to forget kept coming back into her mind again and again. Customers slowly started filling the empty space of the cafe. Eva was making blueberry cheesecake, carefully adding each ingredient with practiced precision. Finally done, she placed it in the refrigerator and wiped her hands on the cloth placed nearby. She exhaled slowly just as the cafe bell rang, indicating the arrival of another customer. She looked up. A man stood there dressed in a perfectly tailored three-piece suit with an oversized blazer over it, his face partially hidden beneath a black fedora hat. Eva froze completely, forgetting everything. The noise, the soft murmurs, the clicking of machines all blurred into nothing. The man slowly looked up. Their eyes met, the same eyes she had seen in her dream. His pupils slightly red. Eva's eyes widened, her breath hitching as she stood frozen in her place. He was the same person from last night's dream, the same demon with those bloody eyes. The demon stepped forward, his movements slow, intimidating, controlled. His gaze never left hers. A letter with blueberry cheesecake. His voice carried the same aura she had heard in her dream. Eva didn't move. She was still standing there, staring at the devil in front of her. Her expression pale. The demon snapped his fingers in front of her face. How idiotic these humans are, he muttered under his breath. Eva's gaze snapped back as realization hit her. Her heart began beating even faster than it had the previous night. She nodded hesitantly and quickly started making the coffee. Her hands trembling, she fumbled at every step as nervousness sank deeper into her bones. The demon smirked slightly, the corner of his mouth twitching with satisfaction. Meanwhile, Eva avoided his gaze, trying not to show her fear too clearly. I was right. That means it was true. That dream, it was all real. You're right. She flinched at the voice and looked at him, her brows furrowing. It would be terrifying if he could hear my thoughts. I can, little human. He said it while staring straight into her eyes. Eva gulped. Why are you here? You ask the same question to others as well? Eva sighed, completely running out of words as she placed his order on the counter. He winked at her as she took the tray. Eva's cheeks flushed deep crimson as she quickly looked away, trying to hide his effect on her. Then suddenly, the memory came rushing back. Flashback. Eva walked behind him hesitantly, her steps slow, almost like a snail trailing behind. The demon's back faced her as he walked ahead. She looked around the black walls and dim light as they moved through the corridor. Lucifer glanced back at Eva, who was curiously observing everything around her with her hands folded behind her back. He raised one brow. Eva, distracted while looking around, crashed straight into him. She flinched and instantly stepped back, creating distance between them. Stay away from me, idiot, Eva exclaimed, pointing her finger toward him. He chuckled softly and rolled his eyes, his pupils turned red as his gaze focused on the finger she was pointing at him. Eva tried not to show her nervousness and quickly decided to walk ahead. The demon scoffed and closed his eyes for a moment, calming himself. Eva walked ahead confidently, completely unaware that he knew she was scared, really scared. He narrowed his eyes. "You're the idiot here." Eva ignored him, making him sigh as his temper slowly rose just because of a mere human. Suddenly, he grabbed her wrist as he snapped his fingers. Before Eva could process anything, the surroundings shifted. They were somewhere else entirely. Eva stopped abruptly, looking around the unfamiliar place. Beside her, the demon stood calm as ever. "Where are we now?" Eva exclaimed in awe. It was a beautiful garden, a place filled with her favorite flowers. The sky was cloudy and the wind brushed gently against her hair. She closed her eyes for a moment, letting the breeze touch her face. Her hands slowly wrapped around herself as she hugged on her own arms. She stood there in a butter yellow sundress that caught the evening light beautifully. The ruffled straps framed her shoulders perfectly, while the delicate bow at the bust and the smoked waist gave the dress a timeless feminine slaughter that flowed effortlessly with every step. The demon watched her carefully, deliberately. His gaze fixed on her for a second, his eyes softened, his pupils briefly turned purple as realization struck him. Then they turned red again. "Don't you have eyes?" He turned it calmly toward him, her expression immediately irritated. "Can't you use that pretty freaking mouth of yours for something useful?" she muttered. "Don't test my abilities, little human." He chuckled darkly. "You freaking idiotic cold prince." Before she could finish, he grabbed her wrist and began walking toward a black horse standing nearby. Eva looked confused while the demon remained calm. He grabbed Eva by the waist and effortlessly lifted her onto the saddle. Eva squeezed her eyes shut tightly in fear. She felt his presence behind her. He turned her head slightly toward him. His jaw was clenched. Her hair brushed against her chin. He gripped the reins as the horse suddenly began running. Eva's heart pounded wildly against her chest while his chest remained pressed against her back. His gaze stayed fixed ahead, then it shifted to the small mole on her back just below her shoulder. His gaze lifted again, meeting hers. Their eyes locked perfectly. He looked away first as the horse continued running. Finally, the ride came to a stop. He got down first and helped Eva down as well. Eva's cheeks turned crimson as she quickly looked away, pretending to admire the view. The demon simply watched her, then suddenly he pulled her by the waist. Eva's eyes widened. "What are you doing?" she whispered. "What you have always wanted." His voice softer now. He closed his eyes and pressed his lips against hers. Eva froze completely. Her fingers instinctively grabbed his collar tightly above them. The sky turned pink. Soft pink petals fell around them, making the moment strangely beautiful. Thank you so much for reading. And if you are someone new here, make sure to check out my another stories and my Indian themed books, his Shanshan and his Royal Son on Wattpad by Vivi Writes.